We are on an inlet of the Pacific that has an extremely intimate relationship with the heart of the city. If you look around here, every direction you see tall buildings that are full of people.
If you say FalseCreek, I think the first thing that comes to mind for a lot of people is just pollution and waste. But yeah, I don't think FalseCreek is as, lifeless as people think it is. And yeah, I'm always enthralled because every time I come here, I see something new. You see the lives of so many other living things. It's an exercise in empathy. Even if you go to FalseCreek, like the actual water of FalseCreek, people would joke about how gross it is and all the signs that say, please don't swim here. For the waters are so infamously like part of the industrial era here. FalseCreek Friends wants to bring in the community who live here, who live in Vancouver, to all contribute to make this place, more of a home for all the wildlife and nature we share the space with. FalseCreek Friends is also showing that as an individual and as just like a community, there is a lot we can do.
We have an opportunity to make something unique and magical here that doesn't exist anywhere else. And how can you resist trying to do that? The idea of a park keeps coming up. And since in Canada, the ocean is in the jurisdiction of the federal government, we think of a national urban marine park. So the first part has to be the scientific work, so that when we say, let's fix up FalseCreek, we know what that means. Then we can be very effective at going to the levels of government and saying, let's make something magical here, and here's what we have to do. We did an initial body of work with Hakai Institute on a BioBlitz here, and we discovered that there are sharks and octopus and seals and any number of different kinds of crabs and shellfish and so on. This is not a dead place at all. This is a living place, and it could be 100 times what it is.
I'm a natural history documentarist, and I've been working with FalseCreek Friends to document the life that lives in FalseCreek. I'm usually attracted to places that people don't really care, and FalseCreek is one of those. Hope that my pictures can inspire people to, just look twice. I have to show people that there's life, there's actually interesting life here. I've seen salmon, one actually a juvenile Chinook, which was a really nice surprise. Of course, herring is a big thing here. Telling people that you can actually dive with sharks in FalseCreek is really cool, and that's another really solid sign that FalseCreek is alive. If you give nature a chance, they will come back eventually. Who knows, if you could turn this into a marine park, that would be awesome. That would be really neat.
It's very important to me to recognize that we all have an obligation in cleaning up and honoring that responsibility, and recognizing that you share that space with lots of other people and non-humans. My name is Amelia. I am the daughter of the Skookum brothers, and I run the mobile pump out service. Everyone has a holding tank on their boat. Everyone uses the toilet, and unlike the city, you don't just flush and it disappears, you flush and it stays there. And I come up and hook up and attach a vacuum seal and extract all of the waste and dispose of it in a responsible manner. We take it to the station at Burrard, and then it gets treated. So people do dump here, and there's like no penalty and no repercussion. So it's about making the right thing to do the easiest thing to do. I think it would be cool to see people get excited about FalseCreek, and for it to be a place where you're not afraid to fall in the water. That's what I want to see for FalseCreek.
Imagine this being full of music and motion and stronger connection between all these people who live in all these places and the water. So it's no longer just a hole in the middle of the map. It's a place. It's a place people come to as a destination. We can imagine this being a nexus of Indigenous culture because it was historically a place where the Indigenous people lived. The idea is powerful. The idea is of making FalseCreek into a world-class destination demonstration that humans in a city and a body of water can have a healthy, productive relationship where they take good care of each other.
Any skill set that anyone has is transferable to the vision of giving life a chance to thrive here. And if we can revitalize this place, what it means for communities and places just like this, like all over the world, is a very hopeful mission.